are standing against that and want to elevate women like Miss Munoz and her baby to the level where they ought to be, that they're valued and respected and given dignity.
What was your reaction to finding out this morning that she was taken off life support?
Oh, it's devastating. It's devastating because the intent of the Texas legislature, the laws of Texas say that you cannot remove life support from a pregnant woman. Why? Because it's intended to protect that baby. So the court and the judge ruled otherwise. So one person ordered the execution of this woman and her baby. We think that runs afoul of the law and just basic human principles.
How long are you guys going to be out here?
Oh, probably an hour or so. We're just still gathering for a lifetime, 4 o'clock, 4:30. Let's see.
So who's here with you?
People from Dallas, Fort Worth area. Pastor Broden has been leading the prayer vigil here for the past 3 weeks on Sunday afternoons at 4 o'clock. And so this will be our final prayer vigil, but in support of Mrs. Munoz, the others in the situation. We've got to bring back the value of dignity of life and stop the devaluation.
What have the 8 weeks been like being out here every week?
Well, you know, it's almost a death watch to see that the family has failed her, the courts have failed her, the hospital that is supposed to be protecting her life is failing her. That's really sad. But as the faith community comes together, we recognize that human beings, particularly those that are disabled or injured, still have the same value as any one of us. We're not a utilitarian society. We're not a society that just places value on somebody that can add something to the community. People that are disabled, people that are injured, people in the hospital have just as much human rights as you or I.
What do you think about the fact that, what happened today was what the family wished?
Well, that's fine. The family can wish all they want, but it's contrary to human dignity and laws. The family can desire anything that they want, but when it runs afoul of the law, that's where it stops. You have to understand that not only was Mrs. Munoz there in the hospital, but as was her growing, viable preborn baby. And given a couple more weeks, that baby could survive outside the womb. Operation Rescue has more than one couple willing to adopt that baby and have offered to provide for the medical expenses. So they can't have it both ways. Mrs. Munoz was not dead, as the family tried to imply, because a dead body doesn't have a viable, growing human being inside of her.
But technically, the judge ruled that she was.
Well, the judge can rule everything that he wants as well, but that is wrong. It's contrary to biology. See, it's a false and failed system that we have. It's a flawed system. A person is still alive when they have a respiratory system that is working, a circulatory system that's working, the baby's growing inside her. That is not a dead person. And even if you concede the fact that she was, quote, brain dead, her baby was still alive and still viable and growing. And so given a couple more weeks, she's already been in the hospital here for 2 months. What about a couple more weeks? What would that have harmed? If she was truly dead, which she wasn't, it wouldn't have harmed anything. Okay? So you had a family that wants the woman dead, you have a family that wants the baby dead, you have a hospital that wants the baby dead, and you have a judge that's declared the baby to be a non-entity. We say no. Human beings have dignity and they have rights under law and under the moral code.
Thank you so much.
You're saying that the hospital should have ignored the court order?
I think the hospital should have appealed, number one. Hospitals' jobs, doctors' jobs, is to provide life, to provide healing,